Let's try again, shall we? I shut the Wi-Fi off and then turned it back on, so it looks like it's gonna be okay. Hey everybody, Facebook Live, Queen for the Soul, Thursday at 3 has begun. And if this is a 99% clairvoyant reading, so yeah. And if you are watching live, hello, hello, hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and please like my videos and please leave a little comment. Tell me what you think of the video. If you can't think of anything, just put a hi Bill or a great video or something like that. YouTube has new censorship rules. So everybody that I watch, meaning card readings and other people that do what I do, have all had videos removed and banned for 6 months. Okay? So I told them, so no swearing. I think you can say damn, maybe the S word, but I don't think so. But you can't say GD. You can only say damn. Yeah, they're really, really sensitive on what. Yeah. So it's interesting because there's a person that I follow that she had all of her videos last week banned. Every video was banned for language. Or even when tarot cards, they have to cover up the tarot card now. Like the world is a half-naked woman, but she's covered. You have to cover her up to her neck or your video gets banned. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. So please leave a comment, please, for me, because that will help the channel to continue to grow as the censorship rules get tighter. Again, when you're channeling, it's very, very hard to intervene when you're channeling. Usually I can do it pretty good, but if it doesn't, sometimes you can't. Okay? So, hey everybody, as I go on my YouTube rant, yeah. And Facebook's doing the same thing, and Instagram's doing the same thing. You can't see certain things at Instagram. You can't use certain words. You can never use certain words on frickin' Facebook, but you can put a meme up there that says everything you can possibly want to say, and you'll never get it taken down. Even if somebody reports it, I've done that before. They never take it down. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't go against our community standards, really, because there's a human not saying it, but it's posted. So if you can't read, it's okay. Yeah. Welcome to the world 2023. So, yeah. So I want to turn that to element packages. Okay. If you want something that has got structure, that has got one-on-one coaching, one-on-one spiritual coaching, right, with me, they range from 15 minutes a month to an hour and a half a month, okay? And they're all at elementsessions.com, okay? Or billhobart.com, whichever one you want to use. But they're great ways to increase your spirituality extremely fast, because when you work with me, you're in my energy every day, and that makes a difference, okay? Unlimited questions. Just don't text me at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, unless it's an emergency, because you're not going to get an answer probably until the morning. Sometimes he's like, go ahead and answer. So then I go up here. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? And it might be just, it's never a yes or a no. It's always they need to, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. Before 7 o'clock, if possible, okay? But if you want somebody who is going to take care of you, who's going to love you, who's going to make sure that you understand everything with different scenarios and things like that, I'm the teacher, always have been, okay? So I'm going to start teaching now. So kind of how it goes, right? Good segue. So we all know that sorry guys. We all know, I don't talk all day anymore because Bailey isn't here, right? So when I start to talk, I cough. You know, I don't talk to them that much. I'm just kind of in my own little space. So when I start to cough, when I start to talk, I start to cough. So on the 8th of the month, it was 8/8 portal, right? Okay. And I'm going to try and explain that and where we're all at right now. Okay. So from 7/7, which we celebrated that, on Coaching for the Soul. 8-8, right? So for that length of time, the energy was extremely high. Extremely high. We're talking quantum speed 100 times, okay? We've all been exhausted. We've all been WTF. We've all been, I don't understand what the hell's going on, right? As we continue to get downloads, as we continue to have vivid dreams, as we continue to be activated even when we're sleeping. We're talking 24/7, okay? And I'll tell you why. In a little bit. So we all know, right? Because I've been doing this program for 5 years, maybe 6. Before 2020, it was okay. You know, da-dee-dee, da-da-da. If you look back at my videos, you'll be very, very surprised what we talked about then with Spirit to now. You'll be like, holy moly, man, this is deep. And it is deep. And most people understand it, right? If they don't, they ask. And that's what I love about it, right? So before 2020, it was pitter-patter, Spirit always said. It's just pitter-patter. You know, we're going through our thing. We're going through our ascension. It's not really a focus on anything. There's not a whole lot of different energy. It's just what it is. Slow pace. Everything was good, right? And then the pandemic hit, right? And we all know what the pandemic did to the world. It upgraded the energy to 4D, almost 5, okay? And it stayed there for the whole year, as maybe a year and a half, as people wondered, WTF, what's going on? Why are we doing this? There was people who were triggered into not doing what the collective needed them to do, and that's fine. They're muggles. They will not be going forward with us, okay? Spirit says they'll wear a band of independence. Well, that independence is going to be going with the collective, because you can't be independent and go with the collective. It doesn't work, okay? So as we got to 2020 and the energy was really, really high, even after 2021, 2022 was crazy as hell. Last year was nuts. And everybody started to go like, Bill, what's going on? I don't understand. I'm having this happen. I'm having that happen. I'm connecting to here. I don't know what it is. I'm freaking the hell out. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, guys, now we have 6 months, not even that now, 5 months? 4 months. We have 4 months now to get ready for 2024. And baby, I'm going to tell you what. By the middle of January 2024, there's going to be such a massive upshift of energy. And y'all are coming with me. Not just me. Okay? But I'm telling you what. 2024, like Spirit has talked about before, because it's 2020 to 2023, 2023 to 2026, right? And then 2026 to 2029. Then we toss in like 2030 because it's kind of a whatever year, okay? But right now, we're getting ready for 2024 in 4 months, which is kind of freaking crazy, right? That it's already the second week of August? Nuts. Quantum, right? Boom, 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 boom. As we get to 2024, and we've talked about this before, with Taurus being, with Jupiter being in Taurus, okay? Because Jupiter is the expansion planet, right? Take everything that you want. You can ask, you get everything that you need. But there's a lot of retrogrades right now, okay? And I posted that on my Bill Clairvoyant page and my Bill Hobart Clairvoyant Medium Psychic page on Facebook. And also, I believe, on Instagram. How 6 planets at the moment, well, no, 4 at the moment, 5, when Mercury goes retrograde on the 23rd, are all like, they're not moving forward. Which means wherever they are in your birth chart, okay? Got to get your birth chart, guys. It will tell you where the most impact is going to be for that retrograde period, okay? Well, middle of January 2024 is going to be an uplift of craziness because because Pluto leaves Capricorn after 15 years and goes into Aquarius for the next 20. Dips back in Capricorn, just a little teeny bit at the end of the year. Okay? So, everything that you want, everybody, make your dang list. Make your list, because you're going to be asked for your list by your guides. Okay? You're going to be asked, what do you want? Would it be from me? Would it be from them? Would it be from somebody else? It's very possible. I believe you guys are going to get it from them, either in spoken form or in written form. Okay? So if you're going through Facebook, or you're going through Insta, or you're on YouTube, all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden there's a document that shows up on in a video, and you go, holy cow, that's my list right there. It's not in the same order, but that's my list. Give them 10 things you want in 2024. Okay? Because I realized today, as I took my walk around the complex to get some sun and some exercise, because I'm stuck in this freaking house. As I'm just talking, thinking, everything's clean and clear, right? That, it's August. Okay. I know the money's coming. Okay. The move is coming. Yeah. Okay. Had I known that it was going to be closer to 2024 than 2022, 2023, or 2021, I would have saved myself a lot of grief. Okay, a lot of anxiety. Okay? Chimes. I know, Spirit, you could have given me that heads up a couple years ago. So understand, as we get into the latter part of 2023, make your list. Think about what you want. And if anybody uses their voice or their pen or their keyboard to tell me, Bill, I don't know what I want, you better start having some hardcore conversations with yourself. Because it's all about wanting. The life that you lead now is going to go bye-bye for better stuff. For better. Okay? For better. You're going to get scored up, Spirit says. You're going to get scored up. And so you have to make sure that you're prepared for that. Because if you're not prepared for it, the evolutionary change will come. Your ancient DNA will be activated. And you'll be going, what the look at that? And you'll be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And they're going to say, connect, connect, connect. You're going to have dreams. You're going to have all kinds of things happen to you. Visions, orbs, all kinds of things. Because you have fought the transformation. Now, you may say, Bill, I have not fought the transformation. That's not true. You may not have thought about the transformation, but you didn't go along with the program in the transformation. All right? So we all have to make sure that right now that we are totally getting into doing our guided meditations. You got to. Guys, you have to relieve that energy that's in your body. You have to. If you don't, it's going to drive you freaking crazy. It's going to. And it's going to come to a pinpoint where you're going to either have a outburst of anger or emotions. Because you can't build it. You're not that human anymore. You're not. They are doing things to us that have never been done to us before in this human age in 3D. Ooh, I just got chills. They haven't. This is brand new stuff for us. And we don't understand it, but we do understand it. We truly do. I know. My head just lit up like a Christmas tree. They need us to participate. They need us not to even buy in. Get on the freaking train. Do your guided meditations twice a week at least. Sit quietly for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning before you start your stuff. You have to take the time to do that. And I know a lot of people will say, well, Bill, really haven't had time to meditate. Then why are we having our Elements monthly conversation and you're angry? That you don't understand what's going on? Well, of course you do. Or you texted me a question, Bill, I don't really know what the deal is. Could you ask Spirit what's going on? Really? Really? No. I'm not the babysitter. Neither are they. Do the work. Do the work. Because if you don't do the work, if you don't need a coach, use them. Use them. Because by 2024, our lives are going to be changed dramatically into better, awesome, coolness, where anything that we want, we can have. Anything. So ask for that freaking $1 million. Ask ask for that husband, that wife, that partner, that love, that affection. Please don't sit in, oh my gosh, Bill, I don't know what to do. Well, really? When's the last time you meditated? I don't care what meditation you do, that's a guided meditation. Well, it's been about 6 months. Don't talk to me. The bus is leaving. The train is going, right? And you can either be on the bus or the train. But don't come to me and say, Bill, no. I've known you for 3 years. If you're not doing it, then guess what? Ego is stopping you from your ascension. It's stopping from your ascension. Because everybody can make time for what's important to them. Trust me, they can. And I don't want anybody, trust me, I don't want anybody to, oh, I can't get on the train, Bill. I just can't. Well, why can't you? Because, Bill, I don't really believe all that. I get this often. Bill, I'm a Christian. What does that have to do with anything? I'm a Catholic. Okay? We don't believe in, that's indoctrination. Do you really believe that? Did you get that from someplace, from them, or from God? Or did you get that from going to church every Sunday? From your mom and your daddy, grandma, grandpa. That is confinement around your brain. Confinement. So if you're, I know, because Spirit says, guess what? Either you're going into higher dimensional energy or you're not. And if you're not, how much time you got left? Not much. That's not to get anybody in fear. That's not to scare anybody into doing what they got to do. It's about paying attention. It's about making sure that we're doing our work every freaking day. Because we're not doing our work every day, and that doesn't even mean doing the meditation every day. It is if you want to do the 5-minute, 10-minute meditation, which I've started to do, and it's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, because in the morning, I'm not a morning guy at all. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Maybe the TV might be on, but you know what? I'm in my own space because I have to get in my space to reconnect and everything else. But I've tried it. It's not bad. It isn't bad at all. But if that's the one thing that you do every day, bravo. If you're talking to your guides all day, bravo. If you're really asking them tough questions and your ego is getting in the way because you want an answer today, well, I can tell you, I've mentioned this before. I might have 5 conversations with Spirit a year. Trust me. We do not have long, drawn-out conversations. It's a yes or a no. Or it's nothing. Many, many times I ask questions, I get no answer at all. Because they truly believe, that if I give you the answer, you're going to run with it. They can't do that. They'll take you right up to the line, but they won't tell you the answer. They will not tell you the answer. Because they can't tell you the answer because your soul journey, the contract that you signed before you came back to Earth, said that you got to be in this space for a while. You got to go through this transformation for a while. It's like, Spirit, how long is it going to take? This is crazy. But well, okay, we started in 2020. Some of us started before that. So that would mean 2024, 2025, 2026. Are they going to tell you that? No, because guess what? Guess what the human will do? Wait till 2023 and go, this isn't going to be that hard. I was that guy in 2014, 2015. When Spirit said to me, Bill, if we gave you everything you're going to be, your brain would shut down and you'd be sitting in a mental hospital in a straitjacket rocking on the floor because you're not prepared. And the muggle that I was, oh, come on, I'm a Capricorn, come on, download this, come on, do it. I can take it, I'm good. I'm good at everything, stop, I can do, come on, I can do it. Spirit went, no. And I was mad for months and months and months and angry for months. What do you mean? I learned over 5 years. They run the show, we don't. And me being the person that I am, never having a teacher, except for them, had to go through the painstaking months and years of just WTF. What do I do? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's always the thing. It's an Italian voice. Don't worry about it, Bill. Don't worry about it. Okay? But what do I do? Don't worry about it. Okay, well, I'm confused. So when this starts to really get going, because it's already happening now, 777 to 88, massive portal. It goes to the middle of the month. Okay, the landscape portal goes to, I think this is the 15th. And it continues on, but in a weaker state. All right? So what this is a portal. It's a portal to Sirius. Now, from what they've told me, Sirius and Palladians is where we came from, most of us. Okay? We're the experiment on this planet called Earth. We're the petri dish. Okay? We're the mouse being subjected to all kinds of things in the laboratory that we live on. All right? Good and bad, whatever. But they have us on a soul journey. Why? Why do they have us do that? Because it's the human thing to do. Because we have a soul. They do not. Okay? They have energy. Ours is a soul and a spirit, right? Spirit guide, spirit, and then our soul is energy also, but it kind of guides us. It guides us. Okay? So we've got until 8:15. As it starts to get less and less and less as we go forward. Now, the time right now is wait. I'm gonna say this. Wait, spirit. On 8/7 and 8/8 and even 8/9, I was getting texts from people. Bill, today's energy is wonky. It's really crazy. Yeah, it depends on where you're at in your transformation, which level you're at, because there's 4 levels. Okay, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So wherever you're at, which most of you are already in higher dimensional energy, but you're kicking and screaming because you're like, I don't like it here. Bill, why does the energy feel off? Bill, why is this? Because that's where you're at. Get used to it. Step into it. Talk to it. Talk about it. What's going on? Why is this going on? Well, you understand, but your human ego does not want you to understand. I know. Spirit says, it's as clear as the human nose on your face. It's right there. You know what it is. It's transformation. Do we like it? No. Did we like being grounded when we were kids? No. Did we like being chastised? No. Did we like being yelled at? No. And don't do that to your kids. Don't spank your kids. Don't yell at your kids, please. Don't do that. They are starseeds. They're innocent, and they look at you and go, WTF. I don't get it why they act like that. First of all, what did I do wrong? And I've talked about that for years. Don't spank your children. Don't hit their hands. Don't raise your voice. Do everything you possibly can to keep your frustration to yourself. And let it out either in a guided meditation or let it out in a forest, in a park, with your feet on the ground, barefooted in the ground, right? Barefooted on the ground. If you're someplace cold, like it's going to be here in a month and a half, because it's going to be cold, right? It's going to be the 1st of October. We know how that goes in Michigan. It's going to be chilly, 50 degrees, and partly cloudy outside. Or worse. We've had snow in October before. So, just putting it out there. But don't put that on your children. That is part of your ascension. Finding that energy that does not serve you and letting it go before it gets to that point. Because 99% of the time, it's not the child's fault. It's something that's going on with you and everybody else in your life. The child does, no. Understanding that the child, and this is all part of the 8-8, right? The 7-7-8-8 thing. Because when we go through ascension, you have to make changes. You have to be more conscious. The child's not even usually involved in that. It's just you're frustrated with the child. Because, hey mom, hey dad. I mean, we all went through it. My mother would say, oh my God, I wish you could change my name. But you can't. Because you're our mom. Right? True. It's usually not about the child. It's about us. That frustration is going to follow you until it doesn't. But I will tell you what, been there, done that. You will be in effing agony for months if you don't let it go a little bit at a time. Swear to God. Swear to God. You're going to be like, Bill, I don't get it. Well, still yelling at your kids? Are you still frustrated? Well, Bill, I don't do it as much as I did, but you're still doing it. Yeah, kind of. I'm mad because my husband doesn't do anything. Well, then talk to him about that. It's not the child's fault. Or they don't do anything. Well, have you taught them to be children? Have you taught them what they need to know about picking up the house or picking up their room? We never wanted to pick up our room. It's our space. We want it dirty. okay, yeah, and then we don't want it dirty, so we clean it up. Don't bribe your kids, because that's not going to do any good, because guess what? It's going to come back on you, and they're going to car at graduation, or they're going to be a fool. So that's what you have to understand and do, because they know more than you. They're already ascended. If your children are younger, or not say older than 25, 26 years old, they're automatic starseeds. They're already connected. They just haven't been activated, all of them, yet. So in ascension terms, they know more than you. Unless you are this person who is carried themselves like they, hang on, he's going really fast, sorry. Again, I'm going to interrupt this. He doesn't want me to, but I'm going to. They don't understand that we're human sometimes. They think we can change like that. It doesn't work like that. We're in third dimensional energy for 12,000 years. We're used to 12,000 years of third dimensional energy. Why do you think I can all of a sudden stop being the person that I've always been? Because they would expect us to work on ourselves as we ascend. Guess what? No one knows how to do that. No one knows how to work on themselves unless you buy a book, right? Go see a therapist, bonus for you, good job, right? And you find a therapist that works. Because if you do that, like Spirit would say to me in the 90s, Bill, and the early 2000s, Bill, keep going to therapy, keep going to therapy, keep going to therapy, because when you get who you're supposed to be, you got to have the space in your head to do what you got to do. Okay. Did I know what that meant? Not a clue. Not a clue when I was going to my readers and stuff like that in the town I grew up in. No, didn't know that. Didn't know it at all. But I understand it now. They were getting me ready 30 years ago, 25 years ago, for now. I'm blessed. I have them guiding me where I need to go and telling me what they need to tell me. We have to do the same thing, because it's coming hot and heavy, everybody. It is coming hot and heavy. Hot and heavy. We are receiving solar flare energy, universal energy, plutonic energy, right? I mean, it is just fascinating how much energy we get from the sun because of the certain place we're at in the solar system, which we haven't been since in 13 or 14,000 years. Taking us back to where we came from. So it's our job to look at ourselves and go, okay, what structure can I put in place that allows me to be floaty? To understand that I'm supposed to be in some type of good space most of the time. Is it all the time? No, it's not. You're human. You came from 3D, which is struggle. BS, right? It's just, ugh. Think about it. Everybody that I know, and I'm 63, had a crappy childhood. People that I thought, we always think somebody else has it better. Oh, no, they didn't. Why? Because we chose to be here now for the transformation, so they gave us a really crappy childhood. And we signed on the dotted line, right? Yeah. They tricked us, I always say. They tricked us. No, they didn't, Bill. Your soul thought it could complete this journey in less than 30 years. What? Well, of course I can. I mean, I can't. Not going to be taking 60 years. Come on. That's all going to be cured by then. No. Not really. Because we're products of our parents and our grandparents and our family dynamic. We all are. And I learned that at quantum healing this week. I learned it. Because my sister went to Brenda when she was here, and all these things about my mom, and Brenda kind of said, well, Bill, you've always painted this type of, about your mom. Well, yeah, I mean, she was my mom. She was a rock, but, right? She's a stone. There's no emotion. There's no I love you. There's no anything, right? At all. It was just, get away from me. Get away from me. You kids go play. You kids go play. Totally pushing us away our entire lifetimes. So And our dad saying, get out of that house, quit watching that idiot box. That was in the summertime, wintertime, didn't matter. The TV had to go off by noon. And you're not allowed to watch TV until night. Kind of worked, right? Because you kind of had imagination, and you had to kind of do things and kind of, oh, Mom, I'm bored. Oh God, go outside. But that does damage to us when we're looking for connection from our parents. Never thought of it like that. I'm that pragmatic Capricorn. I can put it in a category, I can score it, I can do everything I gotta do, and then I'll put it away in the file. Thank you. Others are not able to do that. So those are things that make us frustrated with our kids, or our husband, or our wife, or whoever, moms and dads, whatever, and we strike out at our children. Because we can't strike out at our parents because, as we're grown, because I don't want to hurt their feelings. My mom is 65, and I can't really do that to she'll be upset with me. Okay. See the dynamic? All the dynamic that you have on you and in you that you have to let go, that you have to process. Because they're taking us higher than 4, baby, into 5 next year. Okay? Do we know what that looks like? No. We've never been there before as human beings. We have been in the past, 12,500 years ago, but not this generation. Not for 12,000 years, we haven't. See? So give yourself a break, number 1, Spirit says. Number 2, look at your stuff. Look at your stuff. Look at your stuff. Because you're infecting your children. And they're starseeds. They don't understand, what is she doing? What is he doing? And why are they hitting me? Why are they yelling at me? I don't understand. They could just have a conversation with me and I would get it. Because I remember the day, chimes. I remember the day in the 90s, maybe late 80s, where people would kneel down to talk to their children, and I was one of them, said, you better slap them in the butt, because they're not going to get that conversation, not knowing who that child could be. Because you can't believe what you don't know. So as we go through this journey, all of us, again, if you're watching Cooking for the Soul live or on the YouTube channel, in a year, guess what? You're already probably on your way, right? Because we're all going. There's very few that are going to be left behind. But which stage are you going to go on at, get there at, right? It's time to do your work. It's time to go, okay, what are the 5 things I want in 2024? And what are my issues? What's my stuff? What's my stuff? I'm mad at my mom, I'm mad at my dad, my brother's an idiot, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. Okay. Now, do you need to mend fences? No. Because you're going to push out a lot of people in the next 6 months if you haven't already. Because they're not coming with you. People my age, there's one in every family. In your children that are in their 20s, maybe their teens, maybe just born, 8 or 9 or 10 years old, there's more than one. You might get 3 and have 1 muggle. You might get 2 and have 2 muggles. However your soul journey, I don't really want all of them. I think I can handle 2. 2 of them connected is good. The other 2 will just be my muggle kids. Yeah, however they come. But what we have to understand is that our stuff is stopping us from ascending. Got to look at it. If you can afford therapy, go to therapy. Find yourself a good therapist and start the journey. You'll be surprised how quick it goes away, faster than it did for me, because I did it for 13 years. And it was treachery. I mean, it was absolutely, I loved it. I just loved it because it took the pain away from my body. But that didn't, I don't know what's going on. But that was the 3rd dimensional way, right? So in the ascension process with Lionsgate, okay? Hang on, guys. I need some water. We've all been exhausted. We've all wondered what's going on. That was back in 2020. We really didn't understand Because they gave us 2020 to just chill out. And people weren't really working, or they're working from home, didn't have to be outside. Our whole life kind of turned upside down. And there's a reason for that, right? To get us ready for fourth and fifth dimension. So in that time, we kind of incubated, Spirit says, which is true. We incubated, okay? And after that, in 2021, 2022, as we slowly came out of it, right? We were all of a sudden, okay, I'm kind of getting something. This is kind of interesting. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Livid dreams, reminder dreams, remembering things from 5 years old. I don't know what that's about. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then they give you a little slack off, and then here comes 3 more. And then here comes 5 more. And they get a little slack off, and then you got, it continues. Well, in the exhaustion process, our body's working 24/7. There's no time off. At all. So when we did our shadow work, again, that's looking back and doing our therapy and writing things down that we need to work on and kind of spirits of going through your old-fashioned file cabinet and pulling stuff out and shredding it. Getting it gone. Okay? But that with everyday life, it's a little tough. Kids, husband, wife, partner, is kind of tough, okay? And so as we've gone through it for 2 years, really 2, this year has been a holding pattern for most of us. We're just hanging there. What's next? How come we're just kind of hazy? How come I don't have a lot of get up and go? How come I'm just like whatever? How can I be on YouTube for hours and not even know what time it is? Because you're in suspension. You've reached the capacity, Spirit says, of your entrance into 5D and higher. 2024. Okay? So when you think about that and you go, yeah, that's what's been going on, I can get it now. I can understand. Now I get it, why I don't have a lot of ambition, why I don't have a lot of energy, why I just don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. I'm doing the minimum that I need to do, which isn't normally like me. I mean, I've had that from people who are like, well, Bill, you're a freaking Capricorn. You have all this energy, and it's really great, but you're not really doing anything. I mean, I've changed to the point where I used to wash my car every single week. I think it's been 6 weeks since I washed my car. It doesn't leave the garage a lot because it don't really go anywhere, right? But I look at my car and go, my God, it's filthy. But then I come in the house and never wash the freaking car. I need to vacuum the floor, vacuum the rugs, carpet, right? Whew, completely gone. I finally did it after a week, which drives me crazy, Tuesday. When I went, oh, vacuum, I got to do that now. Have I had anything seriously going on? No. Like I've said, they've kind of dried up things when it comes to personal readings every day. I do maybe 2 a week, maybe 3. Elements are doing really good. And then I don't worry about that. I'm like, well, no, don't worry about that. Just hang out. And that was when they said, we're activating you as you're chilling. Oh, that makes sense. What about this? But guess what? It's fine. It's fine. Somehow it's fine. But what that does is makes you work on your fear. Fear of money. They can't give you $10 million if you're going to freak the hell out. You're not. You hoard the money or you spend it all. There's no balance. I don't know what to do with the money. Fear and ego. So that's why they do that, right? That's why when you change a job, there's fear. There's happiness and then there's fear. What if I'm not good enough? What if I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing? What if I don't like my boss? What if? That's all ego. It's all ego. All ego. But they trigger ego, so you look at your stuff. And that's when you have to take a serious look at Write it down. Wow, Bill, that's a lot. Not really. Because this fits in with this, and this, once you fix this, that takes away number 3. Because they're corded to each other. Number 2 is great with number 5. What, you can do number 5 first if you want to. It'll take care of number 2. Because everything is connected. It all starts with fear. So if you make your list, stuff I got to work on, my frustration, fear, not believing, fear, anger, frustration, it's all fear. So when they take it away from you, because they will. Happy birthday, Steve. I'm telling you what, you'll do one of 2 things. Okay, cool, I got to work on this because I know I'm going to get a job next week. Or I'm going to get a big bonus check in 2 weeks. Okay, I can deal with that. Okay, but I'm going to work on this stuff and make sure that I, oh, it is, guys, it's crazy. Making sure that you can check it off your list because you've worked on it. Does that mean it's 100% gone? Oh no. Oh no, it's always going to be there. It'll pop up when you're not even expecting it, out of the blue, just like that. What else is there? It's usually fear is the number 1 thing, and it covers everything else. Okay? Also, Spirit says, we're taught as children that blood is thicker than water. Well, that's BS. No. That's baloney. We're with our family to have a family experience. And if you ask your brothers and sisters, they've all had a different experience than you did. We think we understand until we sit down and talk with them. And I've done that with my sister. Bill, Mom was never like that. I don't remember that she yelled all the time. Really? That's when you were outside. Smoking weed. You know, I was the one who she yelled at because it wasn't done. Expecting me to do it. Expecting me to do it in the future. Well, that's what I did. My sister got off the hook. Anything to make my mom happy. Well, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for us. Okay? Because we're smarter. It's abuse. My mother formed me into being this perfect child, which I was not, but I thought I had to live up to that perfect child status. It was really hard. Billy never does anything wrong. Pretty high. So that's what I'm working on, my codependency. Because my mother and I had a codependent relationship. If I made her happy, my life was wonderful. It truly was. Because she wouldn't get upset, which I felt. My mom getting ready to blow her top. And then when she blew her top, everybody heard it, even the people next door. In the summertime, ooh, Lord, you could hear her down the street. She was yelling so loud. Chimes. See? So when we have that type of relationship with our parents, with our brothers, our sisters, whatever, right? We all have a different experience. You got to work on that. Go, okay, why did that happen? Because the codependency thing came last week on Thursday. Out of the freaking blue from them. All I saw on YouTube, all I saw on Facebook, all I heard on TV was codependency. What the hell is that? Not codependent on anybody? Well, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. So as we go, so all those things that we have in our childhood, all these things that we have with our family, we don't need to stay with them. We don't. You push them outside the box. I love you, but. I love you, but. Do I love my nieces and my 2 nieces and my nephew? Big time. Love them to death, right? I could hug them every day if they let me. Not possible, right? Oh, I just got chills. I know. And Ross in Colorado, same with him. Because everybody lives away, right? In different states. Well, Liz is here. But I would do that every day. But that's a lot. Codependency. To show them how much I love them, right? I don't think that's what that is, but it is that. So as we clear away our stuff, right? As we go through the 4 levels of ascension, let's say, pinpointed on Lionsgate, because it's the most powerful portal, 7/7 to 8/8, the most powerful portal we have every year, and it happens every single year. Why? To upgrade us, to make us look at our stuff. And there's a Mercury retrograde this year on the 23rd. It goes until the middle of September in Virgo. So the earth signs will be mostly affected, again, for the 2nd year in a row. But it's about taking that lesson and going, okay, it's Mercury retrograde. Not getting upset, not letting that anger, frustration get around your heart. Ego will tie into it. Oh my God, life is so horrible. When's it over? Oh my God, when's it over? When's it over? Don't do that. Don't go into the cave. That's not what it's about. It's about us as a collective going, okay, it's going to be rough when it comes to communication. Don't sign anything. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a car. Get any loan. Nothing. Because something in that contract is going to come back to bite you in the butt. Guaranteed. Unless you know that it could happen. Then you take it to the lawyer, you do whatever you got to do, and you scan it. Making sure that it's all properly correct. A decimal point could be off. When they input that into the computer, they're going to go by what that document says because you signed it. Okay? Coming to emails, coming to text. Don't text anybody if you can help it. Call them on the phone. Because text does not show your frustration or your love or their frustration or their love. So things can be really misconstrued, especially during Mercury retrograde. It goes from the 23rd to the 12th, I think it is. Okay? In Virgo. But don't do that. Just be conscious that, oh God, okay, I got to watch more things because it's coming. The blessing is that Venus retrograde ends on September the 2nd, September the 3rd. So our love and money are good for another year. But we still got 3 weeks of that, okay? So again, got to watch the retrogrades. They're tied into our energy level and our ego. Making sure that we understand that they are combined together, they can be lethal. Because our psyche, our soul, our spirit is like, okay, let's go. And they're having us rise, right? But then you got those cement blocks around your ankles of Mercury retrograde, of your 3rd dimensional lifetimes that you've yet to let go of. We're never going to let go of all of them. We're not, okay? We have DNA inside of us that is ancient. When that ancient DNA continues to be activated, as we do our work, we do our shadow work, and we get rid of all the stuff that's in our library from our past lives, because that's where we keep it. We tuck it down inside of our bodies. And it pops up all of a sudden. What the hell was that when I was 8 years old? Why am I thinking about that? That's happened to me now. They're clearing out my memory banks so that more DNA, more knowledge can be activated and can rise to the surface. All of us are going through that. Okay? So, anxiety, frustration, anger, fear, all 3rd dimensional. All 3rd dimensional. Because our bodies don't understand what's going on, so it triggers our ego. But you have to calm yourself down by talking in 3rd person. Bill, it's okay. It's just ascension. Don't worry about it. We got this. It's good. We've already been downloaded, Bill. It's going to be fine. In 3rd person. I call that my higher self. I can't stop coughing. But it's very, very important that we do that self-talk out loud. That we parent ourselves. We have to parent ourselves. Because if you don't parent yourself, this is going to get you in wackadoodle. It will get you into the darkest, deepest cave you will ever be in your lifetime. And guess what? When you get out of it, they'll put you in another one. Yes. Yeah, the house in Kihei's fine, Kathy. The fire's got 10 miles to the house. So hopefully there's not another wildfire. Because there's not much between us and them, the fire. So yeah. So I think that's that. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the feed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so just this last thing, it's about 2024 again and 2025. It's going to be an amazing 3-year pieces platform. Okay, that as much as you can document right now, document. If you have cool dreams, document. Write them down. I talk on my phone all the time. I've got probably 900 things in there. I need to go through them and get rid of them. But I'm going to space out. We'll do it later. Right? I'm totally in a holding pattern. I really don't care about much. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. This was going to be a tough thing for me to do today. I wasn't feeling it, and I sat down, I had some lunch, and I was watching some YouTube stuff, and all of a sudden Spirit starts talking. Oh, okay, we do have a theme. We do have a theme for today. Yes, we do. Yeah. See? When people ask me, Bill, how do I tell the difference between spirit and my ego? Oh, you'll be able to. As ego sabotages you, you'll remember what the voice sounds like. You will. Because they're different voices. They're different voices. Yeah. See? That's how you learn. You got to go, oh, okay, this must be spirit. And you go, well, shoot, that can't be that. Because that didn't work out at all. Why would I listen to that? Because you thought it was spirit. Because that's what ego made you think it was. Yeah. All of the ascension process, you guys, has all different facets. And it's fascinating. Because as you make a mistake, you go, WTF. That's what that was. God dang it. As you go through this process, your intuition is going to be at maximum 100%. Guaranteed. The next 6 months, getting ready for 24, not even 6 months, 4 months. If it hasn't happened already, it's going to increase more and more and more as we get closer to January. I mean, we're talking 100% on full blast. So if you are in your good space, not frustrated, not angry, not anxious, not, been in a good space most of the time, your intuition is them. Your intuition is guided by your guides. Okay? When you hear the voice, eventually you're going to hear the voice. And when they start talking to you, I will tell every one of you who says, Bill, I want to hear them, guess what? You won't want to hear them. Because they're freaking chatty Cathy all night long. All day long. Do you finally say, okay, I gotta sleep? Stop. I gotta sleep. But wait a minute. No, stop. And it takes about a week for them to understand that, okay, she's telling me the truth. That she wants us to stop. He wants us to stop. Very much so. So, that's another week of Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. You guys know if you got questions, do you know how to get a hold of me? Okay. I'm not going to put it on here because somebody will go ahead and clone it, and all of a sudden I'll be receiving stuff from, Ghana and stuff like that. So, you guys know how. It's on the website, and it is also on the YouTube page. Okay. Email's on there too. Okay. Yeah. Doing readings all week, like always. Okay. Doing them Saturday too, I believe. Just hanging out and doing this and doing that. You guys do the same thing. Take it easy on yourself. Okay. Stop being so damn critical. Okay. Stop thinking that you're not going anywhere because you already are there. It's ego saying, oh no, we're never going to get there. We're never going to get there. Never going to get there. Well, You'll see proof of him sitting in the backyard of my house on the Pacific Ocean in Kihei, Maui, having this conversation. So it took me 5 years, but I'm here. Everybody is getting what they want. Everybody, but you have to know what you want. Want a new husband? Get a new husband. Want a new wife? Get a new wife. Want a new partner? Get a new partner. Want a new dog? Get a new dog. It sounds easy, and you're going to be astonished what you receive, how much abundance you have in 2024 and beyond. You're going to be like, Bill, I never thought this was possible. I've said that 1,000,000 times. I never thought this was possible. I never thought that I could barely do work every day until I had money. And don't do anything like I used to do, but that's okay. I'm not supposed to do things with muggles. Yeah, I don't need to be out in the outside world with muggles. I do this and that. I do what I want to do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. So, yeah. Again, you guys have questions, you know where to get me. Readings, you know where to get me. Element coaching sessions, it's a good deal. It's about 60% off the regular price of monthly readings for a year. And you get 13 months for free. So it's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So I'll see you next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul. See you guys.